Hello, my name is Karen, and I am making this video today. This is going to be a video about the breast reduction process, how I went about to come to this conclusion to get a breast reduction. Sorry, guys. What was some of the procedures I had to go through in order to get approved for this specific procedure, and just give you a little bit of background on what to expect during surgery and so forth. I won't be able to go through all of it in this video, but this is just going to be a video on how I got started, why I wanted it, why I wanted this surgery, and also the steps that I took to actually get this going. So the first thing is I've actually been big breasted for a long time. I wouldn't say a long time, pretty much during the end of my middle school year. In the 8th grade, I was pretty much a 36C. So, and on to high school, began to get bigger at a 38, like double D at that point. So kind of huge as a teenager, carrying, big bosoms around ever since I was a teenager. So this is part of why this is leading up to why I am getting this. So having big breasts it has its advantages and it definitely has its cons. They are very heavy. They over time they can definitely take a toll on your back. There's rashes and things like that that comes with it. It actually, gives you nasty rashes, and break out because they're just so big and not a lot of air can get to them because they're just so big. So anyway, I used to be big during high school, and I've going into my 20s and 30s, I've always wanted to get one, but I just never knew the steps and just never knew how to go about doing it. It's just like, you want to get something, but you just don't, act on it. And that's pretty much what I just pretty much haven't been have act on it up until now. So, having kids, so I have 2 kids. So, that's also a tough part of being big breasted. As you have kids and you nurse and you breastfeed, your breast does not keep the same pattern. I mean, your breast does not keep the same shape. They become very droopy. They become very saggy, and also sometimes bigger. In my book, I got bigger per every child that I've had. I only had 2 kids. So to me, I feel like they made them bigger. So of course, kids, they will definitely tear your body down. So anyway, so now that my kids are 19 and going on 12, I decided on myself to get a breast reduction. And that is just because at this point I am over it. When I say I am over it, I am definitely over it. And the reason being is because I've had so many doctor visits for rashes, even as a person who has started weight loss journey and trying to lose weight, and I have lost weight, I definitely feel them heavier more than ever, as if I had the weight on me before, I just felt heavier, and so forth with the weight. But now that I have lost weight, I can definitely feel them a lot more because I've no longer have that weight that I had before. So along with parenting, breastfeeding, a lot of rashes, a lot of doctor visits, I just don't feel like they're appealing. Even though my husband and things may not think, nothing of them and think that they're still fine, but as a woman, some things are just not, some things you want to change. And this is one of the things I do want to change on my body. I'm not getting any implants. Breast augmentation is pretty much reducing your cup size, reducing your breast. So that's literally the procedure that I'm having. So again, this procedure is pretty much, I'm having it because when it comes to working out, I am wearing 3 and 4 bras just to keep them still. When it comes to bedtime, you know, they're all over the place. They don't keep still. They're just flopping all over the place. If you go down the steps, they're just flop, 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 flop. Unless you have a bra on, it's like they're not secured unless you have some type of bra on. And not to say that once I get the breast reduction, I'm not going to be able to wear no bra. It's just they're just heavy, and they've been through, my breasts have been through so many rashes. If I were to lift up, my breast to show you, it's like what happened, like what actually happened underneath there. And once again, like I said, it's comes from bacteria and moisture. Summertime is brutal for me. I literally have to continue to change bras. I have to literally continue to clean underneath there. Of course, you want to always keep your body clean and things like that, but I have to constantly clean underneath there. I have to constantly try to stay dry as possible. I'm talking about carrying powder around and napkins, placing, tissue and things underneath there so that they stay dry. And I'm just overdoing that. I'm really over trying to do that. Right now, my breast is at a 42 double D. Again, 42 double D, baby, trying to exercise is a challenge. And some exercises that I try to do, like burpees or just running, I'd rather run than do burpees because I'm not, my breasts are not moving that much as I'm running on the treadmill, as into doing burpees where I'm on the floor and I'm jumping back up. So workout is very much a challenge for me at this point, where I have to literally go to the gym to wear 2 and 3 bras just for them to stay still, so that they're not flopping all over the place as I'm doing my workout. And that becomes tiresome because not only that, it also plays a big thing on your back, because you are wearing so many bras and they're tight and your breast is already heavy. So just imagine that, having it that heavy, trying to work out with 2 bras on that are tight to keep your stuff down. So I'm just tired of doing that as well. And again, running to the doctor, getting creams and solutions and things like that to take care of rashes and stuff due to the moisture, brings fungus and bacteria and things like that. It's really no joke. It's really no joke at all. So that is the reason why I am doing this procedure, this breast reduction procedure. It is to bring me comfort. It is to bring me, just to give me a little bit more availability to not feel like I'm so heavy. So, yeah, that's pretty much why I'm getting this done. I feel like my kids are grown at this point. They're not grown, but they're up in age, and this is the perfect time for me to do this. I don't want to have to wait until I'm 60 and 70 years old trying to get a breast reduction. So I did started my consultation process in the middle of October, and I went in to tell the doctor my concerns on why I want the breast reduction. At the first visit, the doctor actually took pictures of my breasts. I had to lift them up so that they can take pictures of the breast underneath, what the rashes have done and so forth to the breast. They pretty much took the sizes and stuff and all that on the first visit. And then, he gave me the precautions and what to expect during surgery, recovery time, you know, went over my medical history and wanted to know what my dream size, what I wanted to be. So I did let him know, since I'm at a 42 double D, I would definitely love to go down to a B size all day. Of course, breast reduction, you know, is paid for. It can be paid for by the insurance. When I went to my first consultation on this first visit with my doctor, here in Columbus, Ohio, I off the bat told him I don't want to pay for this surgery. I want everything to go as medically necessary. And some of the doctors that I went to before going to this doctor, you know, making this doctor my final decision to go through the surgery with him, is because the way his presentation was and the way that he was very thorough about the process, and that is his number one thing, is to make sure that the surgery is paid for through insurance. Now, don't get me wrong, some people can't go through insurance. It really just depends on your insurance. Every insurance won't pay for it. You know, it just really depends on your insurance. But you also want to find a doctor who's going to be willing to put the work in so that you can, so that they can help you and put the language necessary in order for you to get approved for that. Some people don't even fool with the insurance. They just go right in and definitely pay for it. But as far as what I was told, 60% of people go through their insurances to get it paid for. So that's what I chose to do. I told him that off the bat. I am not coming in here with cash. I am not coming in here to pay with a credit card or signing up for any type of care card, nothing. I will want this to be approved through my insurance, any means necessary. Luckily, I did not have to do what the majority of what I've heard people have to go through in order to get approved for the insurance. Most people would have to go do physical therapy for like a couple months, and or, you know, go to their doctors and continue to make complaints and build like a rapport on them actually trying to get this done and get it paid for. I don't know, maybe I just came up on the right doctor, which I'm definitely solely blessed to have that doctor, this doctor that I chose. I definitely did not have to go through that at all. I literally went there, made an appointment straight through him. I didn't even get a referral from a doctor or anything. I just literally contacted this doctor's office, let them know what my concerns was. I was put in the books for the consultation, and definitely it took off from there. I didn't have to have no type of referrals for this doctor or anything. So which leads to my next thing. So on that first visit, again, they took all my pictures and things like that on what my breasts looked like, and pretty much got what my dream size I was looking for and what size I was, taking me through all the precautions, taking me through all the procedures that's going to happen during surgery. So I say two to 3 weeks after that, they called me back to actually schedule my surgery out until December. I chose not to go through the surgery for December because I did not want to be down during the holidays, and I had so much stuff going on at that time. So that was too much big of a jump for me because I had so much going on at the time. So they pushed my surgery date out until February 23rd, which is in 2 weeks as of this video. So definitely excited but nervous at the same time. So I was on his books fast and scheduled. So the next thing after that is pretty much just from I would say from November up until January. That's when I guess they begin the process of going through my insurance, getting it approved, sending in the necessary documentations and things like that to get approved. I just had my second visit with the doctor's office, and this was pretty much to go over all the terms of my surgery, speaking with the anesthesiologist and going over my medical history with the anesthesiologist on, you know, have I had any major surgeries and things like that. And I definitely let them, of course, told them I've had a couple surgeries, but it wasn't nothing this major. So just going through all of that again, I was able to speak to my doctor again and basing any concerns that I had about the surgery, which I had tons of questions and he answered them very, very, very well, very, very thorough. He even had his nurse practitioner that works beside him come in to let me know how if I want to have drains or if I'm not going to have drains, and during the surgery, if he chooses to put drains in, what's going to happen, how they're going to cut me, how I'm going to recovery, what kind of stitching glue that they use. I mean, he went through everything, down to what kind of again stitches and things I'm going to have. So that I didn't really get a lot of that from the other doctors. They were just not that thorough with me. So I was lucky to get Dr. Jeffrey Janis. He is going to be doing my surgery out in OSU. So far, his staff has been phenomenal. If I had any questions, and I sent the email overnight or whatever, if I had a question that come to mind, the very next day before the next business day, they definitely will call me back, to answer any questions or any concerns I may have. So they have been awesome, hands down. So I just had my second visit, and that second visit was to go over again the procedures of what the surgery is going to be, how long I'm going to be in the surgery, the do's and don'ts after surgery and before surgery. So I had to go over those things. And just making sure that my insurance was the same. And he was very thorough, again, showing me what his goal is to get me at a B cup. And that, based on what the insurance approves for is basically what he has to go by. I will also be getting a lift as well, which comes with the breast reduction, which is awesome. So instead of just cutting me off and cutting me down and just leaving me like that, I will definitely be getting lifted as well. And I believe he said he also will throw in some lipo, but most likely that won't happen. So wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So that second visit, I did contact the nurses before I left the appointment. I pretty much just asked them straight up, was my surgery taken care of, and was there any type of balance that I owed or anything that I have to pay up front? The only thing that they told me that I have to pay for is just my medication, which came to exactly $4.65. Which I thought I was going to have to pay for some major, money for the prescriptions. I really didn't. And what's awesome about this doctor also, instead of, most doctors waiting to give you the medication the day of surgery or 2 days before surgery to pick up, today is February the 12th, and I was able to go pick up all my medications. And I'm not having surgery until February 23rd. So this doctor, he made it very well that once you get out of surgery, I don't want you to be picking up nothing. I don't want you to pick up any type of medications. I don't want you to have to worry about what needs to be filled. I want you to fill the medication now, have it ready to go. So when you get home from surgery, all you have to worry about is your recovery, which, is wonderful that he did that. So yeah, that's pretty much how I got into this. Again, I literally did not have to go through any type of physical therapy, even though I did do physical therapy like 2 and 4 years ago. But I didn't even mention any of that. I just literally called this office up, made an appointment for consultation for him to do my surgery, and not once did he mention I had to go and do physical therapy and things like that. I think just by him looking at my breast and it matches what I said, I guess he said, oh, there's no need for her to be doing any type of physical therapy. This is clearly, these rashes and indentations on my shoulder tells it all. So I guess that may be why he did not have to take me through that. Which was, like I said, awesome, because there is a lot of people that have to go through that in order for insurance to pay for that. So sometimes they have to go through 6 months of that just before they can even get to a surgery date or even get a referral to an actual breast reduction appointment. So if you are a woman who is looking to get a breast reduction, definitely contact Dr. Jeffrey Janis's office. Don't go through you do not necessarily have to go through your primary doctor. Just definitely just contact them up. He is based here in Columbus, Ohio. And they would pretty much get you together if you are looking to get it rolling without any type of, I'm not going to say that you will probably, because everybody's case is different, everybody's insurance is different, but you know, I didn't have to do that. I literally just, again, made an appointment, called the doctor's office up, and got scheduled an appointment. So the next couple videos that's going to be coming up is I'm going to be taking you towards surgery day with me, all the way up until surgery day, and just showing you a little bit to get me prepared for the surgery for the next actually 14 days. So I am glad to take you on this journey with me. Again, this is kind of a personal procedure, I feel, and to let in on a lot of people, to let them know the procedures and stuff like that is something that I do want to do, because this has definitely been, you know, something that I've been trying to do for a long time, and glad that I'm able to share the experience with women who are looking to have this procedure but just did not know how to go by doing it. So pretty much I'm just letting you know my personal experience. I'm not saying that this is going to be exactly your experience, but this is just to give you an idea of what this is just to give you an idea on what the procedures, what's going to happen during the procedure, and how I got into my experience, and then you can take it from there. But so that's why I wanted to do this video, just to help some others who are really thinking about doing this, but they just don't know where to start. So the next video is I'm going to be ordering, within the next couple days, I am going to be ordering some items to actually, that I need during and after my surgery. And that is just to get some zip bras, button down shirts, and things like that. I would definitely be hitting up the thrift store, and I will be coming back with another video for that, to let you know some of the items that I bought, to show you what is required, that my doctor told me that I should buy for after surgery to get in and out of easily. So that's what I want to be doing next. So to stay tuned. Again, this is the first video. I just wanted to come on here just to give a brief 25-30 minutes on how I came to this surgery decision making and what's to come of it. So see you guys in the next video, and that will be the shopping video, shopping for my stuff and getting prepared pretty much for surgery date. Bye-bye.